Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your boy Priz, and today we're going to do a no makeup, very natural, dewy makeup look for men who don't want to look like they're wearing makeup, complete with all of the products and skincare I use to get my skin and my face looking its best and feeling its best. First things first, I've just come out the shower, but I'm going to cleanse my face with this Calendula Deep Cleansing Foaming Face Wash. Don't know if that's going to focus, so annoying, but from Kiehl's. I really love this product. I try to do lukewarm water. I know one says cold water is really good, but if you're cleansing and then doing some skincare, I don't think you want to completely close the pores, I guess, but just put like a pea-sized amount. I really love this product. I think it's really gentle on the skin, and the calendula is meant to be very calming. I mean, I've got like Asian skin and it can get quite inflamed. I'm quite a stressy person, so I find it really just keeps my skin a bit calmer, which is good. It's gonna rinse. Okay, next little thing I'm gonna do, which is really important right after cleansing, is I'm gonna tone. And I used to use really expensive products, and I found, that they weren't always worth the bang in the buck. And then I was like, well, why are people always recommending these budget products that they swear by, that are staples, that are literally a quarter of the price? So I tried them and I literally don't see much difference at all. So and it's also good for my budget. So while I'm still poor and want to look after my skin, I am using super budget products, but they do really work for me and I love them. So there's this simple, soothing facial toner. I mean, the thing I love about this is that it's alcohol free. And I do find that for some reason, alcohol does dry out my skin as well. My skin is combination as well as sensitive. So I just put a little bit onto a cotton pad and give it a nice kind of once over on the skin. Yeah, the other real reason I'm making this video is because I've been watching a lot of videos about like esoteric ways for men to get better skin, and that's really cool. Eating more carrots, getting out in the sun, increasing your testosterone through exercise, and then also eating high protein whole foods. I do that as well, but I think it's good to do both. I think it's amazing to rely on that and then the sun and what you eat to make your skin look good and get plenty of sleep, but that's basics. And then I basically think of everything else as bonus. And I like using some of these products, and then some other things I've tried don't work and I think are a waste of time. And I know it's controversial, but I'm not a massive fan of hyaluronic acid. And I also, at the moment anyway, stay away from retinols, just because actually it does kind of burn my skin and sometimes it makes me break out, which people say is a good thing, but I actually sometimes find less is more. So I think you've got to do a bit of both, to be honest. The esoteric and some of the good old-fashioned potions that, help. So I've got a little mini fridge in my bedroom, which I keep some skincare products in. And guys, I really love this pure aloe vera gel, which is literally just £7 from Amazon. It's got no other real ingredients in there apart from aloe vera. And I know it's super controversial, but it just really helps my skin out. I find it reacts so well. I do tend to have quite red skin. I just put a tiny amount of aloe vera gel. And even during the day, like people say, oh, it's really sticky, but it just gets absorbed to my skin so nice. I kind of just pat it on. And I try not to use too much, otherwise it does get really sticky. It just feels like my skin just drinks it. Do you know what I mean? And then again from Amazon, I just bought a very, very, very simple eye mask thing. It was again like I think it's under £7. And I just like to get a couple of those. And they're nice and cold as well. They've been in the fridge. And I even think just, especially in the mornings, just 5 or 10 minutes of deep puff is the way forward. But yeah, let's go. I don't even know if this is the right way. I just like the idea of something cool on my bags. I actually put that under a cooling mask, which I've also had in the fridge and is nice and cold. I just popped that over my face to depuff for like 4 or 5 minutes. So see you in 4 or 5 minutes, guys. Okay, I've taken the mask off and my skin feels really nice and cool. And also that aloe vera has definitely worked its magic. So again, I told you I used to use really expensive products, and then I thought I may as well give other things a try that people really loved, and this one kept coming up, CeraVe. And again, I bought it online. These are all super budget. I think this was under 12 quid. It's a daily facial moisturizer. You can use AM and PM, it's not specific. Fragrance free, which I also love because my skin does get quite inflamed and irritated, but it's got, for me, most importantly, an SPF in there. Now, people have been recently like, oh, maybe SPFs aren't good for the pores. I use it in the morning, and then when I cleanse in the evening before going to bed, I don't put SPF on my skin, so my skin has a chance to breathe. But I really like the formula for this, and you only need 2 pumps and you're basically good. And that's the SPF I kind of generally need living in London. I kind of feel anything more, to be honest, is overkill. I've tried SPFs with like factor 50 and they just are too much, I think, to be honest. They also look really white and thick on the skin, and sometimes I err on the side of just having a moisturizer and putting SPF on top. But to be honest, with this formula, I think it's one of the rare ones I found where it just feels really moisturizing without being too thick and creamy and kind of like white on the skin. That's the other thing I didn't like about SPFs, it kind of like whitewashed me. But there you go, looking really dewy and hydrated, which I love. Okay, next let's focus on the eyes. Now, again, being brown, I also stare at a screen a lot and I find it hard to unwind, so I do get circles under my eyes. And I started using an eye cream this year and I really love it. So this is the CeraVe, again, very good budget, eye repair cream. And I can use this AM and PM actually. If I can get it on my finger, it comes out like little squirts, but oh God, this video's not going well. I try and just tap it under my eye like that. And it's really hydrating. I also feel the tapping increases blood flow slightly to the area, which also is a type of face yoga, which I try to do sometimes. I'm not very consistent with it, but when I do it, I do notice a big shift in my, that's too much cream, but I do notice a big shift in my dark circles when I do face yoga sometimes. And as you can see, I put on way too much, so I'm just going to drag that to other areas of the face, the forehead, cheeks, a little bit more hydration on the nose. Lovely. Okay, and this is my other little secret for eyes. I had my laser eye surgery done a couple of years ago, which changed my life, but I do suffer from dry eyes, which is a consequence of the laser surgery sometimes, but also if you don't get that much good sleep, or you've had nights out, or you're working too hard and staring at a screen, something really good to do is get some refreshing eye drops. So these are from Optrex. It's a really good brand, and they are literally just hydrating. I don't want to get the super whitening ones. I just want to hydrate the eyes, make sure that they're clear and that they're comfortable and that I've got, you know, enough hydration in my eyes. Although they improved my vision slightly, which is crazy. So let me just, a couple of drops in each eye. Oh yeah, I feel that working. I love it. I love that there's a slight kind of like It's like when you put water onto dry soil, it's that soaking up of it. When I realised, oh god, I really need this. Okay, so while some of the skincare is setting in, let's work on my hair. I've just come out the shower, so my hair is a bit damp. So what I do is, while it's just a little bit damp before I blow dried it, I like to put some more hydration into it, because I have quite fine hair, but it does seem to get a bit dry as well. So I love this product. It's a staple. It is expensive, but it's something that I splurge on because it's that good. Moroccan oil, and I don't need a lot of it. I only need like a tiny amount. So I literally just put 1 pump, and then what I do is combine it with, because I'm going to blow dry it, I blow dry it back. I put it with 1 tiny little bit of this Moroccan oil hydrating cream as well. And when you mix it, the cream just gives like a slight firmness to the hair that preps it for whatever product you put in next, and it just makes it look so nice. So I mix them together in my hand, the oil and the cream. I don't need a lot either, just enough to cover the hands, and then I just like run that through my hair, and it's so hydrating, and it doesn't leave too much like stickiness or residue. So it's the perfect antidote for dry, you know, hair that you want to control a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to blow dry out my hair, just blow dry on a comb, and come back. I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, so I've literally just blow dried my hair out. It's not even got any product in it, and you can obviously see that styling cream and that oil just giving it such a nice little lift, and also just like the slightest bit of shine. It's not heavy, it's not like, you know, thick and kind of like dragging it down, and that's without any other product in it, so it's in a really good place. So I found this really amazing hair product on Instagram, and I love it. It kind of changed my life, and I really recommend it. I'm not paid to do this, but when I love a product, I just get really passionate about it. And it's this Salt Grooming Hybrid Hair. And what really intrigued me about it was that sometimes I feel like clays can be too dry and can be really wispy and too much hold, and then waxes or pomades can be too heavy and oily and greasy and flat, kind of give you that wet look, and I kind of wanted in between. So this is a hybrid between a clay and a wax. It's just got a really nice consistency. So as you can see, it's like a kind of cream or a paste, and I just like a tiny little bit, to be honest, like that amount on my finger, put it in the palm of my hand, warm it up slightly, and then literally, I don't want even too much. I just like to run it through to give my hair some texture. And so I like just a little bit of messiness and just a little bit of lift, and I like it to have that done but not overdone look. So I like to kind of mess it up slightly and give it just a bit of a shake as well, and kind of loving how that's looking at the moment through the front. So yeah, that's kind of how it's looking at the moment, and I love it. Let's watch the hands. So sometimes people say, oh, don't you want to do your hair after you do any makeup? And for me, I really love the fact that if I've got my hair looking good, I've got my skincare done, then that's giving me a base. I also know how my hair is going to frame the face. So any makeup that I apply can now just be complementary, and again, just kind of like highlight what needs to be highlighted or just cover up what needs to be covered up. And so let's just go for it. Okay, so first I use a primer. I've got this NARS Pore and Shine Control Primer. I need a really tiny bit just to take away some of the shine that the skincare has obviously left. I don't like to use too much of this because it's quite strong. It's also got quite a strong smell, but I guess that's because it's really good. Literally tiny amounts, so I just try to do nose, also some of the cheekbone areas. I don't like to look too shiny, and when I do skincare, sometimes, you know, the amount of hydration or moisture can just make it really shiny. And this, just a tiny little bit on top, just takes away some of the shine and gives it this, look at that, just this like super matte, dewy finish, and that's without any powder or other products on. I just think it's like a man's best friend, do you know what I mean? It's just like a real gem, and you can just pick that up at any Space NK or you know, makeup shop. Now people get really scared by concealer. This is the only real colour that I use on my skin. I don't use foundation. I don't really recommend foundation actually for men. But again, NARS, and it's a really kind of classic quality product, just a cream concealer that I literally just use to conceal. Sometimes I get little kind of like pimples on my nose. Sometimes I get little bits of bags under my eyes. Sometimes even, because I get my eyebrows lasered once every 6 weeks. Sometimes in between my eyebrows I get a little redness as well. So I just use it to touch up really, and I need a new one because I only buy it like once a year, if that, once every couple of year and a half. I'm just gonna put tiny amounts, to be completely honest. It's really all that you need under the eye. I'm gonna do some here. Under my nose too. And then what I like to do is I've just got, again, like a cheap beauty blender you can pick up from eBay or Amazon. Some people like them damp, but I don't like to kind of get rid of the intensity of the product too much. So I've used it a few times, which is enough of a base for it to go on. And I literally just start beading the face, and that's just kind of like blending and spreading the color. And look, that just kind of like takes out some of the grey and black under my eyes, because I'm a tired boy. That makes me look so much more awake. Same thing with the nose, it just kind of like evens out some of the redness from the skincare. And then up here in the forehead, just to kind of like make those eyebrows pop. I just love like a clean face look. And it just like, I just think it's a really great little product, and it doesn't look like you're wearing colour. And it's also just really nuanced. Ta-da! I love it. I really love it. Now this is overkill. I'm gonna do the eyelashes. I don't like wearing mascara, but I do think having a good eyebrow curler, it can just make your eyelashes, oh my god, your eyelashes really pop. And I'm just going to like, you just hold it for like 10 seconds. Oh my god. It just makes it look like you're wearing mascara without wearing mascara. Like it literally just makes your eyebrow, like look at that. It just makes your eyes pop. And I'm like, there's this whole trend on TikTok about hunter eyes for men. You know, like it's all in the eyes, but if you can do things to draw focus to the eyes in a good way, see, it just like makes them pop so slightly. And I just think like, if you're trying to, you know, attract somebody of either genre, of either gender, and you just make them look in your eyes, like that's like a lot of the work done. Okay, again, this is like overkill and not necessary. I love a tiny bit of guy liner, and like this is like the tiniest bit for me. And I just do literally like a little bit of the under eye, and I've got this really lovely Bois de Chanel, yeah, this really lovely Bois de Chanel eyeliner, and you really don't need a lot at all. Tiny, tiny, tiny little bit, and I really don't like to overkill at all. Oh my god, I love, even though like I think the inside is a little bit too much, I just think it's such a nice, I mean you might not like it, but I think it's really cool. Like that's all you need. And look how that's made the eyes pop. Like it doesn't even look like I'm wearing too much eyeliner, do you know what I mean? It just frames the eye. Like I'm a really big fan. It also just makes me feel like I'm a man that loves my masculinity, but I can embrace my, you know, like my queerness or my sexuality or my expression in any way. And I think that's like really healthy, you know? So that's that. Okay, and so we're gonna go in with this product for the eyebrows. This is Glossier Boy Brow. And I've got quite dark, thick eyebrows. So I used to have the black color of this, and then I realized it's so much better just to go clear and transparent. All you need is a little bit of grooming on the eyebrow and it just looks so much better. So Boy Brow is for everyone, and Glossier are a really great makeup company that I like, decently priced as well. You don't need a lot, sometimes too much comes out, and I just kind of like let some of it fall back into the pot. But all you really want to do is just comb out these lashes upwards, kind of groom them into place. And don't worry, the white will disappear, it will dry clear. I just think it's just such a nice effect, and it looks as if you've put some effort into your appearance. Like I really love this product. Like I just think it's so subtle, but it really cleans the face. There's this kind of idea of like eyebrows being the furniture of the face, like they kind of like punctuate and then like frame the eyes. And again, bring it all back to the eyes, which it should. I just think whatever you can do is gonna be great. I do have a little bit here where my eyebrow thins, but hopefully it just looks great. Okay, so once that's done, the last thing I do, and this is not necessary either, but I like to have like a really matte, dewy complexion. So I've got this NARS see-through translucent powder, this soft matte powder. There's hardly any color to it. And it's been very used, but it just gives my face that kind of like matte effect that I really like, that kind of airbrushed effect. So I literally just take a tiny amount on a little brush, which I've got, tap it, and I very, very, very lightly just give my face a little kind of brush. It also kind of, I feel, helps set everything that I've done in. Like it really just helps everything in place. And I guess it's just, yeah, gives me a bit of confidence that I've done my best as well. I take it up to the hairline. Also helps kind of even out any redness. You see like how much more even my skin tone looks now? Like I just look like a normal person instead of someone that's just done 100 things to the face. And I just think you can be so clever in making you look more natural, you know? I love it. Amazing. Okay, we're almost done and I'm feeling great. Before I go out, the last thing I do is put a little bit of lip balm on. Your lips are a real indicator of how hydrated you are. I feel like if you're chapped, you've got to drink some more water. But lip balm is an essential. I've got this really old school, but my mum used to use it and I love it so much. This Palmer's Cocoa Butter formula. And it's the reason I use it is because it's got an SPF in it, SPF 15. And I didn't realize, I travel a lot and I didn't realize I use sunscreen on my face and I wasn't using SPF in my lip balm, I was using Carmex. It's got no SPF. And my lips were actually burnt. You could see where like there was discoloration on the outside. I went to get a facial and the facialist told me that you should have an SPF in your lip balm and how important it was. And I was like, yeah. And then I realized looking in the mirror how important it was. And I love this. It's got an SPF in it without looking too white as well. And because it's cocoa butter, I decided it's a natural ingredient to really hydrate, and I really love it, and it's not too shiny either. I just find it like really nice. And then I'm going to finish off with my favourite scent. At the moment, I've got YSL. I think it's just called YSL for Men, and I really love it. It's fairly new, and it just helps me feel like it's all finished. There we go, my no makeup look for men, including some of my skincare. I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I feel like I'm ready to go face the day. So let me know what you guys think, comments. I'll link you guys some products below as well, but let me know what your feedback is and if it's helped. And I'd love to see some of your no makeup looks and skincare looks. Thanks guys, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon, and wherever you are in the world and wherever you're gonna go, for yourself, be fabulous and have a great day. See you guys later. Bye.